I just got done feeding my horses some hay, if you can't tell. But one of my dogs took off after a cat, and I said, "Hey," as I was holding some hay. And it got me to thinking about, I was listening to a preacher man, a very popular preacher man not too long ago, yesterday actually. And he said this when the person interviewing him asked him, if you had to tell somebody lost one thing, what would you tell them? And the first thing he said was, it's like I tell my church all the time, which for me, that's a red flag, because I was an employer. I was always an entrepreneur. I always had my own little businesses. And all the years that I had my own business, I never ever once said, this person works for me. I always said they work with me, because that's how I viewed it. That's an important thing to understand. But what he said was this. He said, if you're out there and you're lost, put your sin away and come to Jesus, and he'll give you a peace and a joy. And that sounds real good, right, doesn't it? One of those 2-pair preachers. I love pears. But that's the exact opposite of what you should do. In fact, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do. If you're lost and you need, and nothing's working, and you need this, you need salvation, you need what God offers, you need that freedom, you need that peace, you need that joy. I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people won't tell you. Do not stop sinning. Do not put your sin away. In fact, grab your sin, pile it all up, and carry it with you to Jesus Christ. And you and him work out your salvation. I tried putting my sin away for a long, long time, and nothing ever worked until I just went to Christ. Said, you know what? I can't do it. And that's when it worked. Funny how that works. Anyway, be careful of them 2-pair preachers. It sounds good quite often, but the devil's in the details. Hope this message helps somebody.